used to think saying yes was this magical ability to be such a valuable person. But, over the years, I've realized that it's not. It's actually pretty worthless, because when you say yes to the wrong things, it actually stops the right things from happening. I remember I had an employer a couple of years ago, and they asked me to finish a project for the weekend. Now, for this job, the main events were on the weekend, so it was within the realm of what I did, but I had a vacation, and I realized in that moment I wanted to be a yes man. I wanted to be a person that they could rely on, that when they asked me to do something, I would be ready to go. In that, I knew that I couldn't finish it. I didn't have the time. What ended up happening is that I came back to them and said, you know what, I can't finish this. Now, in that time, they could have found somebody else. My no would have been less painful than my yes and not completing it. And I think as I'm growing older, I'm realizing the importance of just being a person of my word, a person that when I say something, I mean it, I'm going to follow through. Even in business, I have a business where I help busy owners manage their properties. And within that, I have a responsibility. We have a full agreement. It's like a 14-page agreement of things that they're responsible for and things that I'm responsible for. And in business, there's money tied into this, commitment, real estate, there's guests that come in and out, cleaners that come in and out, maintenance that has to happen. And so they're relying on my yes, on my verbal and written commitment to follow through with the things that I said I would follow through with. I think it's important, whether you have a business, whether it's just, a relationship with a spouse, with an employer, with a friend, that if you say yes, you stick to it. Because the worst thing as a recovering yes man myself is an unfulfilled yes. A yes without meaning, without strength. And you want to be a person that people can rely on. One of the biggest things that hit me when someone told me your no would have hurt a lot less than a yes unfulfilled. I want you to fulfill those yeses, those commitments that you make to people. If you say yes, you follow through. If you say no, you follow through. This reminds me actually of parenting. I have no kids of my own, but I see parents who have kids, and I have nieces and nephews, and a yes to a child is as powerful as a no and following through to a child. What I see oftentimes is a parent will say, you're not gonna get that if you behave like that. They behave like that, but they scream and they pout. And I know those parents right now are watching this video and saying,
just wait until you have kids.
Being a person of your word is true in or out of you being in that role. And so I saw a lot of parents that say, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna give you this. The kid pouts, they scream, and the parent complies. And what that builds in people is, I can't trust their no or their yes. So whatever they say, if I beg, if I pout, if I ask them enough times, if I scream enough, if I talk enough, if I try to be controlling enough, then I will get my way. And that can work both ways. You could have a manipulator, you could have a yes man, and that could be one of the most destructive relationships. But in many situations, if you begin to take your words seriously, you can actually make profound impact in people's lives. And when you commit to them, they know that he's trustworthy, that when he says yes, I could have my phone off, I could be in the wilderness, and I know that that person will show up. Or if they say no, you can trust that they will not show up. I want to encourage you, as you're going through your day, as you're building relationships with friends or spouses or lawyers, that you begin to think about your words. And it's okay. Say no. Feel the weight of the potential guilt. Release that from yourself. You're not guilty for saying yes or for saying no. If it's within the realm of your responsibility at a workplace and you have the means to do it, then go for it. But also understand that their weight and responsibility, their lack of planning, does not create an emergency in you. So just remember that, guys. I'll see you in the next one.